Hello everyone. Are you aware of the role that dreams play in reincarnation? First of all, reincarnation is a scientific fact. The Homo sapien animal is not important enough to be exempt from the equation E equals mc squared. Energy turns into matter. Matter turns into energy. All energy funnels all become you. Reincarnation is a fact. Now on to dreaming. Dreaming is caused by a chemical known as DMT during a stage of sleeping called REM. That's REM. That stands for rapid eye movement. DMT is actually produced in the brain when your eyes move back and forth rapidly, hence the name of rapid eye movement sleep. They have even found that if you move your eyes back and forth rapidly while you're awake, DMT is produced in your brain. This is actually the basis of two therapies that I've done. One EMDR, and the other one accelerated resolution therapy. I highly recommend them. DMT is a fascinating chemical that we don't know very much about. What we do know is that DMT begins being produced in the brain 2 weeks into conception and continues to be produced in the brain for 2 weeks after you die. I believe that during this time, you are reborn, and while you are being reborn, you dream. I call it the death dream. This makes a strong case for the idea that life actually begins at 2 weeks into conception. That is not me saying that abortion should be illegal. That's me saying we need to ask ourselves a fundamental question. What mitigates suffering? In my opinion, it's not about whether or not an unborn child is alive. That is not the debate. Of course, an unborn child is alive. The debate is whether or not suffering should be enforced on conscious beings. Because if a child is going to be born only to die, and you force that child to be born, you're committing a crime against consciousness. However, if someone wants to have their child and you don't let them, you are also committing a crime against consciousness. Back to the death dream. DMT is produced 2 weeks into conception and continues to be produced for 2 weeks after death. I believe in this time that you are reincarnated, and as you are reincarnated, you dream. I believe DMT is the conduit for the human soul's progression through what I like to call the arc of consciousness evolution. That's arc as in ARC, not ARK. I wonder if this was once known to the indigenous peoples of Earth, as Noah's Ark within the Bible contains similar elements to its fable. So in between the time that you die and the time that you are reincarnated, as your electricity moves from one body to another, as your soul crosses over and crosses back, you dream. What do you dream? I think you dream everything. I think you experience everything. First and foremost, however, I think you experience your entire life from the point of view of everyone and everything else. Everyone you ever talked to, everyone you interacted with, even the ground that you walk on. I believe that this is something else people might have known once, as it is similar to heaven or hell. Allow me to explain. If you were a kind person, if you were good to people, this would be likenable to heaven. However, if you were a bad person, and you intentionally hurt people, this would be a whole lot more like hell. Imagine Hitler experiencing the entire Holocaust from the point of view of everyone he killed and made suffer. You experience the heaven or the hell that you created. I believe this in part due to another concept of mine. I call it cosmosis. That's a combination of the word cosmos and osmosis. Cosmos, the word for the universe. Osmosis, if you ask me, osmosis is a word for equality. Osmosis refers to the process where two unequal gradients will equalize across a permeable membrane. Why does this happen? How does this happen? No one knows, it just does. Osmosis also occurs in our valence electrons. Our valence electrons tend towards equality, constantly trading electrons with other atoms, as all atoms seek to have an even number of electrons in their valence shells. Osmosis is thus a universal constant. Equality is a universal constant. You might say that equality is the one and only absolute law of the universe. All matter seeks to rectify inequality as a fact of gravity. Cosmosis. I think that is why you dream. I think that is why your death dream is your entire life from the point of view of everyone and everything else. Because that's how the gradient equalizes. Thanks for watching this episode. Until next time, peace and love, kids. I love you. Peace.